guys, I am working on today taking all my Christmas stuff down from my craft space, and I have this big open spot right here, and I really thought a fun big heart would be a neat thing to put there. So I'm gonna take a piece of cardboard and some of my craft paper and one of the leftover scarves, and we're gonna put together just a fun big heart just to take up that space and kind of fill it for Valentine's Day. So here we go. Okay, so this craft paper is what I get at Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever, and it's what I use to wrap all my presents with. But for this, we are just using it as a template for our cardboard. So I went ahead and just cut a larger piece of it off. I folded it in half, and then I just drew out a heart shape. Actually, I just went ahead and cut a heart shape out, but you can kind of draw a heart shape on before you cut too. Either way, it's just a template, so I just cut that out of that craft paper and then went ahead and laid it on the giant piece of cardboard that we have here. So just use whatever chunks of cardboard you have. You know, even if some of the stuff is peeling off of it, if you add a little bit of white paint or something to it, or just leave it raw, it kind of has a really neat look to it. So just go ahead and cut that craft paper template out and then lay it on your cardboard and trace that on. And then we're just going to take an X-Acto knife and go ahead and get this heart cut out. So I'll get it cut out and we'll come to the next step next. So we got our cardboard heart all cut out. And then the scarf is something that I just had left over from lots of other projects that we've done in the past. And I'm gonna cut it out. So go ahead, I'm just gonna take a Sharpie marker and I'm gonna trace around the outside of the heart, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cut that fabric out about 1.5 inches smaller all the way around than the line I'm tracing on the heart. Okay, so we went ahead and traced the cardboard heart onto this piece of fabric, and now I'm just going all the way around that design. So wherever the heart is, you can see I started up there, and I'm just going all the way around and drawing a line just about 1 inch, a little over 1 inch in, all the way around, and I'm just drawing a second line. And that is the line where we're gonna cut our fabric out, and then when we glue it onto our cardboard heart, that is going to be inside of the cardboard just a little bit, so you'll see the cardboard. So part of the cardboard will be exposed, and then we'll have this fabric on the front of it that we're going to stuff, and that'll kind of give us our depth and dimension and a little bit of texture on the front of it. So there you have it. And then after you get that inside line traced on, go ahead and cut around that inside line all the way around the heart. So go ahead and just cut it out, cut the heart out along that inside line that we traced. Okay, then once you get that inside heart all cut out of fabric, then go ahead and take your hot glue gun, and we're going to glue just lay your heart, lay the one that you cut out on top of the cardboard heart, and then go ahead and go around in little sections, and you'll want to leave a section open in the long side of the heart. Probably just a little bit wider than what you would need to put your hand in, because we're going to go ahead and stuff that with some batting. So go ahead and work your way all the way around the heart, and we're just going to hot glue all the way around the edges. Be careful not to burn yourself, but just do a little bit at a time and go ahead and get it glued all the way down, and I'll show you when we get it all glued down before we start to stuff it. Okay, so I thought that a hand width would be okay on the side to stuff it, but I realized that that really is not. It's actually probably best to keep an entire side open and then start stuffing clear over to the other side. If you have a shorter, wider heart, it might not be so bad, but because I've got such a long, tall, skinny heart, it was hard to get all the way over to the other side. So I did have to tear into this side just a little bit, but that was okay. As you can see, we got it glued all the way around everywhere else, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just stuff the one side, and then we'll come back over and glue this side back down after we get it stuffed. So I'll work my way around, and as I get over to here, I'll start to close up this hole until we just have a small piece where we're gonna glue it together to finish it off. So get your batting and go ahead and get the entire thing stuffed, and then we'll add some stuff around the outside, mainly just to kind of cover up my edge, but also because I think it needs it. I thought leaving it rough around the edges would be okay, but I kind of want to add just a little bit of an embellishment to it, so we'll see where we go with that. Okay, so we went ahead and finished getting the entire thing stuffed, and then on this side you can see where I did a little bit of patchwork. There is kind of a hole right there, and the edges are a little bit rough where I had to glue the cardboard back down. So I found this ribbon in my stash. I got this one at Hobby Lobby. It was $2.99, and then if you do it on your half off days, it was only $1.50. So that is plenty of ribbon. I've used it for a couple other things, but that'll go all the way around our heart. So I'm gonna go ahead and go around and just hot glue that down. Don't pull it too tight because you still want it to bunch up just a little bit around the edges, but we're just gonna go ahead and go around and hot glue that all the way around the outside. Okay, now we got it all stuffed and we put the ribbon on, and I just wanna rough up the edges a little bit so the cardboard looks a little more distressed, so it's not quite a clean line. So I'm just taking my X-Acto knife or my utility knife and run it along the edges like this, just to kind of rough all of that up. And just give it a frayed edge all the way around the outside. Okay, now to the center of our heart, we're just gonna add a few little hearts to hang down from it with our excess paper and cardboard. So we went ahead and just did like we did our first hearts, where we cut out pieces out of our craft paper, laid it onto some cardboard, and then we're gonna go ahead and cut these little hearts out and put a hole at the top of the center of each one of these. So we're gonna go ahead and do that and then add some jute and hang that from the center of our heart. Okay, I went ahead and cut out those little hearts out of cardboard, and then I just wanted to put the hole in them to add the jute to it. So I used a nail and a hammer. Make sure you've got a good hard surface so you don't wreck your table, but just go ahead and put that hole in the middle, and then you can work your nail kind of around that to make it a little bit bigger, or you can use something larger also to make that hole, but that's a good way to get our hearts made, and then we'll just hang them with some jute. Okay, we got our heart up and kind of got some of the stuff set beside it, but I was gonna hang these cardboard hearts that we just cut out onto the large heart, but I kind of liked them hanging beside it. I didn't mind that we left that one plain, so I thought it was kind of still a nice touch. And now we're gonna just paint a little gold frame that we had purchased at Goodwill for $1, and I'm gonna paint that, put it right in front of it, and this old board, I just decided to add a ribbon and put those cardboard hearts on that one. So it pulls the cardboard in, makes it all kind of come together, but I liked it better there than instead of on the heart. You could do it either way though. You can take those cardboard hearts and that little bow and just hot glue it right up to the top of that one and let that hang down the middle. Depending on what your middle fabric is, if you picked a fabric that had some pattern to it also, I think that would have a really nice look to it as well. But just wanted to kind of keep you guys informed as we're going here, and I have one more project and then we'll get a nice overall picture of the entire thing. But so far, there's our heart. Okay, then we're gonna finish everything off with this gold frame. I picked it up for $1 at Goodwill. You can find them relatively inexpensive at the Dollar Tree and stuff too, but you could paint this glass with a chalkboard paint, but I have the just acrylic paint handy from Walmart, and I thought I'm gonna go ahead and paint the insert black so I can write love on it and it won't wipe off. But otherwise, you could paint this glass with a chalkboard paint and then go ahead and write love or something on it with your chalk or your chalk markers. So that's where we're gonna go with this one. I'm just gonna go ahead and paint that piece of cardboard, write love on it, and then we're gonna add that to the overall look.